the Chi-Town experience on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the like.
It sounds like Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears are having some contract disputes with 3 of their newly drafted rookies. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. As you guys can see, I am not in my normal studio setup. I am currently in my car on my lunch break while at work, but I wanted to come on the podcast really quick and share a bit of news in regard to some Chicago Bears contract news. But before we go any further with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I do want to remind you guys that from today's date, we are 100 days away from the start of the NFL regular season. Football is officially back. Obviously, the Bears are now in the second phase of their OTA, so the players will be back on the field once again. Obviously love to see all the players back on the football field, but 100 days from today, the NFL regular season is back. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for Chicago Bears football to officially be back? I know I'm at a 10, probably more at 100 right now. I'm definitely excited to see Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams get after it this season. So when you're looking at the Chicago Bears contract dispute with 3 of their second round picks, it's with Luther Burden, Audrey Chapillo, and Shamar Turner. They have yet to sign their rookie contracts. The good news is that you have seen Chapillo and Luther Burden participate. Shamar Turner is still working back from some injuries, but it doesn't seem like they are going to hold out due to not signing their rookie contract. So that's obviously a good sign for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. But according to Michael David Smith of Pro Football Talk, it's believed that 30 second-round picks from the 2025 NFL Draft, that includes the Bears' second-round picks, have not signed, likely because of contract disputes over guaranteed money. And this all really started with the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. They actually signed both of their second-round picks, respectfully, to fully guaranteed contracts, which was a first in NFL history in regard to giving second-round picks a fully guaranteed contract. You don't usually see that with second-round picks, Bears fans. You usually see it with first-round picks. For example, I know the Chicago Bears gave Colston Loveland a fully guaranteed contract, but to me, that makes a little bit more sense because he is a first-round draft choice. You don't really see it a lot with second-round picks, but obviously the Cleveland Browns and the other team decided to give their second-round picks fully guaranteed contracts. So now all these agents of these other second-round picks, possibly even including Luther Burden, Trapillo, and Turner, they believe that they should also be getting fully guaranteed contracts. So now it's spreading like wildfire. All these agents are asking for fully guaranteed contracts. And once again, I want to note that this is not going to affect them for like holding out or anything like that. They are still going to sign their contracts eventually. I think they're just trying to work out if, Ryan Poles and the Bears are actually willing to give fully guaranteed contracts, and the value is there. Burden will be getting about $11.1 million per year. Trapillo will get around $7.5 million per year, and Shamar Turner will get $7.2 million per year. But the question that we have to ask ourselves now, if you're a Ryan Poles position as the general manager of the Chicago Bears, is how much do you actually want to give them guaranteed? I know in the past, like for example, Javon Dexter got $3.7 million guaranteed, and I know Tyreek Stevenson a couple of years ago got a certain amount guaranteed, but those guys did not get fully guaranteed contracts, which makes sense because they are second round picks, and I truly feel like it should stay that way. If they really feel highly about Luther Burden, maybe they do give him a fully guaranteed contract. But the problem is that if you're going to give him a fully guaranteed contract, then you most likely have to give Audrey Chapillo and Shamar Turner fully guaranteed contracts as well, just due to the fact that they are also second round picks. I understand they were picked at different points in the second round, but if you're going to do it for one player, then those agents of those other players are obviously going to ask Ryan Poles saying, well, hey, you did it for Luther Burden. Why can't you do it for for my client and Ozzie Trapillo or my client and Shamar Turner. So I don't anticipate that Ryan Poles is going to give Luther Burden, Ozzie Trapillo, and Shamar Turner fully guaranteed contracts. Once again, I understand they did it with Colston Loveland, but he is a first-round pick. I think they will end up getting a certain amount guaranteed, but I do not anticipate those contracts being fully guaranteed. So, Bears fans, do you think Ryan Poles should give fully guaranteed contracts to our second-round picks? I don't think they should, but let me know down below in the comment section what you would do if you were in Ryan Poles' shoes. But Bears fans, before I let you guys go on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I also want to share a little update. It was a recent article written by ESPN. It was actually Mike Clay, a senior writer with ESPN, and he does not think that Caleb Williams will have a massive jump in terms of statistics in year 2 with Ben Johnson going into his first season as Chicago Bears head coach. Clay in his recent article actually predicted Caleb Williams to have 3,439 passing yards, 22 passing touchdowns to only 10 interceptions. Just to put that in relation to what Caleb Williams did in his rookie year with basically nothing, Caleb Williams had 3,541 passing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So if Mike Clay's predictions are correct, and once again, it's just him giving his prediction, he is basically insinuating that Caleb Williams is only going to throw 2 more touchdown passes. He's actually going to have less passing yards. He's going to throw more interceptions in year 2 with a better head coach and play caller in Ben Johnson, a more improved offensive line in front of him, and of course, more weapons on the outside with Luther Burden and Colston Loveland, already with Rome Odunze going in year 2, and of course, you have DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, and DeAndre Swift as well. Once again, more power to Mike Clay. I'm not sure how he came to this conclusion that Caleb Williams would kind of take a little step back or basically stay the same from his rookie year, but more power to him. I feel the total opposite. I think Caleb Williams has the opportunity to take a step up, a massive jump in year 2, especially with Ben Johnson calling the plays, the massive improvement from Ryan Poles and really investing and surrounding Caleb Williams with a better offensive line in front of him. Obviously adding some other playmakers on the outside in the NFL draft. Obviously Rome Odunze going into year 2 is going to be a big time player for Caleb Williams as well, probably a go-to player for Williams. So to me, I definitely don't like Mike Clay's prediction. Could it happen? Maybe. I'll be the first one to say this, Bears fans. Just because we did everything and surrounded Caleb Williams, maybe he doesn't, start off hot. It may take a couple of weeks for Caleb Williams to get in the flow of what Ben Johnson is asking him to do. Maybe creating a connection and chemistry with Luther Burden and Colston Loveland since they are new. I could see Caleb Williams, connection with DJ Moore and Cole Kmet and even Rome Odunze really taking the next step. So maybe that's where Mike Clay is coming from. But I find it hard to believe that Caleb Williams, in terms of stat line, is going to stay the same. And I'll be honest with you, if this comes true, and I'm not saying it is, let's say he does stay the same. He throws for 3,400 yards, which would be less from his rookie season with less. Let's say he only throws 2 more touchdown passes and more interceptions from his rookie year. There will be a lot of unhappy Bears fans. There's a whole lot of expectations for Caleb Williams just due to the fact that Ryan Poles on paper did everything that he needed to do to surround Caleb Williams in order for Williams to take that big jump going into year 2. So Bears fans, overall, I first want to ask you, do you guys agree with Mike Clay's prediction of Caleb Williams' stat line? Let me know yes or no in the comment section. If you do not agree with Mike Clay's stat line of Caleb Williams going into year 2, give me your stat prediction of Caleb Williams in year 2 with Ben Johnson as the first-year head coach of the Chicago Bears, obviously calling plays for Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is going to throw for about 4,100 yards. I think he's going to be able to throw for 30-plus touchdowns. And I can agree that he may throw 10 to 15 interceptions in year 2. Let me know down below of Caleb Williams' stat line in the comment section. But other than that, Bears fans, make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic.